Salute. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm your host today. We're going to dig into the NBA and talk about that game, Brooklyn Nets versus the Golden State Warriors. That game was very entertaining. It was featured with a few superstars. You had Steph Curry, of course, Kevin Durant, and James Harden. But it was a back and well, it was not gonna say back and forth. It's more of a fast-paced game, running up and down the court real fast, getting quick shots, a lot of fast break points. But it was very entertaining. I enjoyed the game. And the first quarter, it started off very good. KD and Steph Curry started off very hot. They both had 12 points in the first quarter. But here's the thing. The Warriors, they have a good team. I mentioned this in one of my videos previously. I said that this team reminds me of that 2015, no, sorry, not even 2015. It reminds me of that 73-19. Not saying this team is as good as that team, because Steph was crazy that year. But I'm saying that the chemistry they have, the depth they have, reminds me of the 73-19. I like watching Steph Curry. When you watch Steph Curry is what a point guard is supposed to be, an extended coach on the floor. And Steph Curry has mastered Steve Kerr's system, and he's basically Steve Kerr on the floor. So when you look at the Nets, when Steph is having a bad shooting night, the rest of the team can pick it up because of the type of chemistry they have. Because there's not a lot of one-on-one basketball going on with Golden State Warriors. But when you look at Brooklyn Nets, when KD is not doing well shooting-wise, the Nets crumble and they don't look too good because it's a lot of one-on-one basketball when it comes to Nets. So let's talk about what happened. So James Harden. Now, there was a couple of times when he got fouled and he was looking for the foul, but that's every superstar, right? But what I like about James Harden in this game, he was getting to the paint. He was getting to the rim. I mean, he shot 6 threes. Which is not a lot in today's NBA. You think about it for superstars. So James Harden, he was actually going to the basket and drawing fouls. He shot 8 free throws in the first half. So I commend James Harden that he need to keep doing that, keep being aggressive, going to the basket and stop looking for the foul every time. And sometimes when he's trying to draw the foul, he's making his own shot difficult. They're not going to call that like when he bring his arm, when he try to wrap his arm around you, or you got your hands up and he try to bring his arm up on top of your arm. They're not going to call that no more. So he did a great job going to the paint, drawing fouls, and scoring in the paint while they didn't call the foul. So commend James Harden on that. So what changed the whole game? Well, let's start right here. This will start the whole swing. In the second quarter, Andrew Wiggins had 13 points, but I think he had about 7 of those points. He scored I think he scored their last 7 points at the end of the quarter, I believe. And then he scored their first 4 points in the third quarter. So Andrew Wiggins went on that run at the end of the third quarter. He had the 3 on the buzzer on KD. And then in the third quarter, everything changed. Everything changed. The momentum went to the Warriors. The Warriors outscored the Nets 35-18 that quarter. The Warriors shot 72%, while the Nets shot 22%. Durant was 0 from 8 from the field, 0 from 4 from the three-point line. So he was 0 from the field, but he did score 3 points. He was 3 from 4 from the free throw line. So Durant was off. Durant went ice cold in the third quarter, and when Durant went ice cold, guess what? The team fell apart. So, and I look at it, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's been averaging about 12 to 14 points a game. I'm not sure it's around that range. He's been playing some good minutes, especially recently, but he barely played this game. He came in the game 6.5 minutes into the third quarter because it was a mismatch. Kevon Looney he barely played that night, so they couldn't put Aldridge on the floor. He would have been a mismatch. So that's why I said before on the weekend special, he's a liability on the defensive end. So if they play teams like the Warriors, Aldridge's not going to play a lot because of the pick and roll and the defensive end. He can't move his feet like he used to. Even like he used to wasn't all that great. He was a great back to the a paint defender. But when it comes to pick and roll, Aldridge can't move his feet, so he's a mismatch. So Curry ended the night with 37 points. Durant ended with 19. Believe it or not, y'all, 19 points is Kevin Durant's season low so far. So Steph Curry he came out showing off, and then you could hear a lot of Warriors fans there. All right. So, but Jordan Poole, he didn't hit a three at all, but he was aggressive. I said that in the preseason. If Jordan Poole continues to be aggressive, it's a wrap. Now, a lot of people might say, you got to think about it, Joe. They don't have Joe Harris, they don't have Claxton. But you got to think about the Warriors don't have key pieces either. So I thought it was an evenly matched thing. The only difference was the coaching. I'm sorry. Once again, Steve Nash is not a awesome coach, in my opinion. You can see you can just tell by the offense, right? Like, look at Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr was like he was changing defenses and everything against these Nets teams. While the Nets, I mean, they just go out there and play. That's just my opinion. Maybe because I'm not a coach, I can't see certain things, but based on what I've seen in my knowledge, Steve Nash is not one of the best coaches in the NBA. I mean, I do realize this is his second year as a coach, so I give him the benefit of the doubt. But hey, he's coaching the Nets, supposed to be the best team in the NBA. So Steve Nash needs to do a better job putting his team in better positions to score. So, but Steve Kerr, kudos to you, man. You're doing a great job in Golden State. Golden State, hey, man, we got to be looking at Golden State. When Klay Thompson come back in December, it's going to be a wrap. So, that's my take on that game, guys. And guess what? I'll see y'all next episode. All right. Thank you guys for staying to the end of the video. Now, before you leave, this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to like this video if you haven't done it yet. I want you to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done it yet. Share this video with someone you know that will be interested in listening to what we talked about today. And last but not least, hit the notification bell so you can make sure every time we upload a video, you'll be notified on YouTube. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next episode.